Hey guys, welcome back to Footy Gist. In today's video, we are back at it again, bringing you all the latest updates on the transfer market. Today, I've got a lot to unpack for you. Joao Pedro, Jadon Sancho, Nico Williams, Benjamin Sesko, and more. It's going to be an exciting one, so let's jump into it. Alright, let's kick things off with one of the biggest stories of the summer. Jadon Sancho, a name that's been everywhere recently. The decision has been made by Manchester United. From what I understand, Manchester United is currently holding off on accepting any loan proposals for Sancho. Instead, they're prioritizing a permanent transfer for him this summer. The idea here is simple. Manchester United wants to make a profit off, and they want to sell him outright, not just loan him out. Now, Sancho recently came back from Chelsea, where, as you know, the two sides couldn't come to an agreement on his salary. And now, Manchester United is in search of a solution. They're trying to find a permanent buyer, but there's already interest in a loan move from other clubs. Napoli, for instance, is keen on taking Sancho, but here's the thing. Napoli is only interested in a loan deal. They're genuinely interested in the player, but they're not prepared to cover his full salary. So, the question is, will Manchester United find a club to sign Jadon Sancho on a permanent transfer, and can they convince them to cover his salary? If not, Napoli might be back in the picture later on in the window, but they're playing the waiting game for now. It's a tricky one for Manchester United. Moving on, let's clear up some rumors surrounding Jack Grealish and Napoli. You may have heard whispers recently, especially with all the English press linking him to Napoli. But here's what I know. Jack Grealish is not a target for Napoli at the moment. Despite the rumors, there's nothing concrete between Napoli and Jack Grealish. Napoli has other priorities on their radar right now. So, that's the situation for Grealish. As for Sancho, we'll just have to wait and see what happens as the window progresses. Now, let's move on to another player who's been causing quite a stir lately, Benjamin Sesko. There have been a lot of questions about it, especially after reports surfaced claiming that Arsenal and Sesko had reached an agreement on personal terms. But let me give it to you straight. As of now, there's no deal done. Not yet. This afternoon, I checked in on the situation, and from what I've gathered, there's still no agreement between all the involved parties. Sesko, his agent, Arsenal, and Red Bull Salzburg. They've been in talks, yes. They've been discussing terms, but as of now, nothing is official. The transfer fee is still up in the air, and there's still no deal on personal terms. So, let's not jump the gun just yet. Victor Gyökeres still remains an option for Arsenal. If the price is right, Arsenal could still push for Gyökeres. But as of today, Sesko's move to Arsenal is not confirmed. We'll have to see how this one develops in the coming days. Moving on to another big name, Joao Pedro. I told you back in May that Joao Pedro is expected to leave Brighton this summer, and that's still the plan. Brighton has the final say, of course, but Pedro is open to leaving the club, and he's already being closely monitored by several teams. Now, let's talk about Newcastle United. Remember, they were interested in signing Joao Pedro before he even joined Brighton. Back then, the deal was verbally agreed, but for various reasons, it collapsed. Fast forward to now, and Newcastle is back in for him. They've made contact with Brighton recently, and Joao Pedro is on their list again. But as of now, there's still no agreement between the two clubs. What I can tell you today, though, is that Chelsea is also watching this situation closely. Joao Pedro is on Chelsea's list of targets. They see him as a versatile forward who can cover multiple positions, and they believe he has a lot of potential. They haven't made any official moves just yet, but don't be surprised if Chelsea comes in for him soon. As for the price, Brighton's asking price of €100 million was a bit much for Chelsea to stomach, but Pedro is still very much an option for them. Let's see where this one goes, but right now, Newcastle and Chelsea are both in the mix. Moving on, let's switch gears and talk about Barcelona. They've officially signed Joan Garcia from Espanyol for €25 million, and he's signed a 6-year contract. Barcelona is making moves, but the big focus right now is on Nico Williams. Barcelona is working hard on this deal, and it's clear that Nico Williams wants to move to Barcelona. His agent has communicated to all interested clubs, including Bayern Munich, that Nico's priority is Barcelona. Bayern, of course, is waiting in the wings, but the player has made it clear he wants to play for Barcelona. So, where do we stand now? Well, Barcelona has given the green light to make this happen, but it's not just about getting the player. It's about negotiating with Athletic Bilbao. There's a release clause of €58 million, and Barcelona needs to figure out how they can pay that. At the moment, Nico Williams is giving all his attention to Barcelona. He's not talking to other clubs, and his mind is set on joining the Catalan Giants. If Barcelona can't work out the financials, though, don't rule out Bayern Munich making another push. But for now, Nico Williams is all about Barcelona. So guys, let me know your thoughts on all the stories. Joao Pedro to Newcastle or Chelsea, Jadon Sancho, Nico Williams, and Benjamin Sesko. What do you think? Who's going where? Leave your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. See you soon, guys.